Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Good day, everyone. Here we are again for TBYP, tips to boost your knowledge in pharmacology for medical students and other students of medical background. And I'm here with you again, Dr. Marwan. Discuss tip number 8. We're going to discuss about drug-body interactions, representations in graphs or graphical representation. So, as we all know that when the drug enters into the body will start processing the drug in the processes that we call pharmacokinetics. While when the drug starts affecting the body in therapeutic actions or even toxic side effects, then this part will be considered as pharmacodynamic interactions. So how do we represent it graphically in both situations, in pharmacokinetics and dynamic interactions? In graphical representations, we have x-axis and the y-axis. The x-axis for the pharmacokinetic interactions is the time, while for the pharmacodynamic dose-response curve is the dose. While the y-axis, the vertical one, for the pharmacokinetic interaction is the plasma concentration of the drug, while for the dose response curve will be the effect or the dose that the drugs affect the body in dynamic curve. Now, how will the body process the drug? The body will process the drug if we assume the patient or a person is taking a single oral dose, then the body will start processing in a curve which is like a bell-shaped curve or a dome-shaped curve. And then in this curve, we can find many different phases, 2 or 3 phases. The first phase is the phase of absorption. And this phase is followed by the drug distribution from the blood to different body organs. That's why we reach a plateau or a maximum plasma concentration. And this is followed by a decline in plasma concentration of the drug in plasma as a result of drug elimination, which consists of the phase of excretion, the phase of metabolism and excretion of the drug. Now, as far as the dose response curve is concerned, it is related to the cell and how many receptors are available free to bind with the drug. So as we increase the dose, there will be a gradual increase also in the amount of number of drug particles that binds to the receptors until all receptors, so this makes the response or the effect, whatever kind of effect it is, whether muscle contraction or whether hypnotic agent on the CNS, it doesn't matter. The number of receptors occupation will be increased until the full number of receptors, the whole number of receptors in the occupancy model of drug receptor interaction. And once the receptors are saturated, then we can consider that this is the Emax, or this is the maximal effect of the drugs, or the efficacy has been obtained. So in brief, when we plot the pharmacokinetic curve, to spot specific drug plasma concentration, the advantage is that we will ensure that the drug is in the blood within the therapeutic range, that is between the MEC, above the MEC minimum effective plasma concentration, but also it is below the MTC, which is the minimum toxic plasma concentration. By this therapeutic range is considered to be effective as well as safe, and we will have other benefits like establishing the half-life and having an idea about the volume of distribution, and the area under curve will reflect also the bioavailability of the drug. Now, as far as the dose response pharmacodynamic curve is concerned, then the benefit of establishing the dose response curve relies in knowing the drug efficacy or Emax, as we just described, the drug potency, which will come later, we'll come to explain later, and to compare between different drugs in terms of Emax and potency, these two drug parameters, and to determine the therapeutic index for each drug. With that, I thank you so much, and this is done with this tip. We are done with this tip. See you again with another TBYP tips to boost your knowledge in pharmacology. Assalamu alaikum.